Chris's 4th and long.
It is time.
It is time. This has been very fun to do because we have no idea what he is going to say.
We never know.
It's listed. We give him the free reins to say whatever we want so we can get raw reactions. But yes, Chris's 4th and long. What do you got for us this week?
Okay, guys. So if you want to get mad at me, like you said, you don't know these questions, and I know I keep talking about her, but I can't help myself. I got to start with this. The greatest 38 seconds in WNBA history
Caitlin Clark going
this
back
weekend,
to back
right? Caitlin Clark comes back after injury. Everybody's talking about it. She made 3 huge 3-pointers in 38 seconds. Highest rated, most watched WNBA game in history. Even turned on the game. I turned on the game to watch it.
That's crazy.
And literally Anna was like, my wife was like, what are you doing? Your mom was like, seriously?
History.
But here's my question. So, I mean, I turned on the game to watch it. Are you guys going to watch her next game when it's on TV? Are you punting or going for it? I mean, this is crazy what this girl's doing.
I mean, go for it.
I think, yeah, if she...
That's the most watched game in WNBA
the most
history.
watched game. That's what Dawson told me. Dawson, is that true?
Yeah, it was
the highest rated, most watched game ever.
I don't know if that's impressive.
She's not
I think
the face of the league.
that's kind of...
Look, it doesn't surprise me.
Oh,
She was
man.
gone for 2 weeks. The ratings, the ticket sales, they all plummeted.
She did not disappoint.
First game back, it's that, again, I'll say it, I'm a broken record. She's the face of it. She runs it. But it's, yeah, I mean, if she's
the other
on TV...
players still try to beat the shit out of her.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone saw what happened last night. It's unbelievable. But I will say, she stands on business. I mean,
they finally have people around her that will stand on business with her.
Even Kaylin being like, I can do whatever the fuck I want to do. You can't stop me. So that's cool. But it also goes to my argument last week to where I said, try to make organic, competitive rivalries with her.
I'm telling you,
now,
the WNBA...
do I think they did that last night?
No.
Heck no. They did it in the way that, yes.
Everyone else has been doing it. I don't think they haven't played yet, but Caitlin Clark versus Paige Beckers needs to be the heavyweight match that it can be. That is the only way that you do this, because Beckers is... there are a ton of great talents, but I think Beckers is the only one that can be as captivating as Caitlin Clark. I think... match them up against each other in a finals, I think, honestly, a lot of the world might start watching. So there's a way.
It does not surprise me.
Going for it.
I'll have the popcorn ready. You guys are coming over. We're going to watch the game.
Yep.
So, okay, here we go. So the Braves actually beat the Mets last night here in Atlanta.
Walked it off.
The Braves, they walked it off in the 10th. They are still 7 games under 500. They're 6.5 games back out of the wild card race. Is it time to call it a season and trade Ozuna? He's 34 years old. He's a free agent after this season. He's had that nagging hip injury. Trade him now for the future or risk losing him to free agency, punting, or going.
So this is last year of his deal, right?
Before we even give our opinion, it doesn't matter. Alex Antropoulos, our GM, already said they're not selling. Really? So that stumps your whole question to where...
So punt. We have to punt.
Well, but that's posture too. They're going to say that.
You're right.
True. But I mean, what happens if they go on another big losing streak before the All-Star break?
Yeah, and that's a good point. I'm just saying that the GM of the team, who has notoriously been pretty accurate with saying the truth of what he does with his team, I don't see it happening just based off that. I mean, they're the Braves. To me, I think their egos are maybe a little big to where they're going, no, we're the Braves. We're always in this, because they have kind of proven the past couple years, that they are always in this, even when they're down.
It's how you finish.
So I truly think, as much as it sounds, now, if someone comes to the table and offers a lot for Chris Sale, that'd be really hard not to give that up just because of Chris Sale's age.
He's almost 40.
And what we talked about last year, and doing this 2 seasons in a row, it's going to fall off here. So to get value for him, that'd be hard to say no to. I just don't see it.
I can't believe that you're not even shopping, though.
I'm sure everyone is, because the whole thing with Devers, they were involved in some talks of, so they all are.
Wonder if they would have sent Sale back to the Red Sox for that.
I mean, maybe it was on the table. You never know. It's just,
I mean, the pitchers is what the Red Sox got back, so
they did. They got 2 pitchers out of what's it called, farm system.
Yep. One of them was started.
I'm gonna say no, just because of what they have said comment-wise and maybe the ego that the Braves have when it comes to them not being out of it.
It won't let them. Even though you are
that's all I'll say about
That's
that.
okay.
Division.
I think the Braves are out of it personally. I don't think it matters what happens that they do before
Mets
the break.
and the Phillies are just
I'm sorry to say that.
So
I think for
damn
the
good.
first time in my life, I just think the Braves are out of it. So we'll see. Time will
Mets,
tell.
Phillies, Cubs, Padres, Dodgers, Giants. There are so many teams.
Well, we're not
in
even
the
fighting.
National League.
I mean, we're fighting more than just our division at this point.
Exactly.
We're fighting all the other great
the
teams.
wild
that are
card
having,
teams.
Yeah.
You are not. This is the NL looks really good. Really good. It's not just like 3 teams anymore.
Yep. Okay, here's one. So listen, last weekend we went and saw Mission Impossible. We walked out of the theater. I looked at Dawson and Jake. We talked about the first Mission Impossible I saw when I was just a couple years older than them, back in 96.
Back in the 90s.
You know, when you think about Tom Cruise and how big of a movie star he is and the blockbusters that he's had over the years, what he drives to the box office, is there a bigger star than Tom Cruise? Is there ever going to be a bigger star than Tom Cruise in the future? 13 billion in box office sales. Are you punting or are you going for it?
I would say Tom Cruise biggest star. I'm sure there's always going to be a bigger fish. I will say though, I think Tom Cruise
There's never going to be another one that does all of his own stunts.
Yeah, that.
That's for damn
I also
sure.
think he's one of the last ones who truly, I think, cares about movies and
Filmmaking,
filmmaking and the craft of what it takes to make movies.
Well, he's going to be a director for the next like 30 years, in my opinion. Once he's not able to act anymore, he'll be a director. And so I think...
Well, he kind of already does that too.
Yeah. Well, but I think he'll be...
producer.
Yeah.
He's got a lot of money in the industry.
I think he's going to be like Clint Eastwood. Honestly, I think that's the path he kind of takes, and Clint Eastwood's still directing at 95. He just released another movie, and he's making another one. So yeah, I'm keeping Tom Cruise around. I don't think... I mean, there will be others. I think they're currently trying to make Pedro Pascal the next big thing, which, I mean, it's kind of working.
Me and Jake looked up, because, you know, you can look up all the movies that they're like, and his lineup was insane. It was like Star Wars Mandalorian, Avengers, Fantastic Four, Avengers Doomsday, and it was just like boom, 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 like holy, like you've got, say what you want about Star Wars and Marvel and all that. I mean, that's millions and millions and millions of dollars tied into all that. So, but to answer your question, I think Tom Cruise is one of the last ones truly that was in Hollywood that really cares about the craft and what it takes to make a good quality movie.
And what a movie too.
It was a very good movie.
It was good.
I also, you know how he asked us the question, he's like, if you were at the box office right now in either How to Train Your Dragons or Mission Impossible.
Change your mind now?
I changed my mind when I walked out of the theater.
Good man.
That Mission Impossible was really good.
Well, you know, when you like you just mentioned though too, some of the people and some of the money that they brought into the box office. Speaking of Marvel, you know, right up there on top of the list, Samuel L. Jackson, Robert Downey Jr., Chris Pratt, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Evans, like all those guys are right up there in the same range as Tom Cruise. And those are all...
I would say Robert Downey Jr. is like the closest to, but he doesn't do like, I mean,
Samuel
Marvel,
L. Jackson is above all of them.
Samuel L. Jackson makes sense.
Which is crazy.
Morgan
But he's been
Freeman,
in a bunch of Marvel
I bet
too.
Morgan Freeman is up there as well. I would imagine.
Samuel L. Jackson has also been in Star Wars. He's been...
Actually, Freeman's not in the top 20. So
That's
it
crazy.
just... Listen, it's just big box office, big movies. And I just don't think we're going to see a series like that in the future
Probably
again.
not.
So,
No, probably not.
Okay. Let's see here. I've got two. I've got one about Oakmont again, and I've got one about Angel Reese. Which one do you guys want?
Give us Oakmont.
Yeah.
Oakmont. Okay, so I know we talked about Oakmont. We talked about the course being the conversation. Here's what I want to know. I mean, because the course was the conversation. It wasn't about the players. It was more about the players being frustrated. Does the average viewer realize that what they were asked to do would be like asking a professional race car driver that normally drives Ferraris to drive a Pinto or a Buick and drive it the same way they normally drive? These, I mean, call it what it is. These players are used to playing courses that are perfect, pristine. That's what their game plays to. And this course, if you were even a foot off of the fairway, you were screwed, especially with that water. So to me, do you think the PGA should say, you know what? We do not want what happened this weekend to happen for a very long time. We're not going to go back to Oakmont. They've been there like 10 times in 100 and some odd years. Should we skip Oakmont for a while, or should we look for courses that maybe play better on TV?
I think it's good to have at least one of these every year. I don't think it's bad to have one
in a major
tournament. It's for a major. That's where you kind of lose me. But
I mean, that's like playing a Super Bowl in the rain. Do you want a Super Bowl to be in the rain?
Or when they played in like New York in February?
I don't want this argument that we're creating right now to get construed to be like, we don't want hard courses and we don't want a challenge.
Not saying that.
That's not what this is. What this is for what you just said. Do you want a Super Bowl played in the rain? Do you want to, or do you want to see? Do you want to see the best product?
Yeah,
and what we saw was not the best product from the players. You know, in any other sport, it's hey, let's let the players decide the outcome of it.
Yep.
This course decided the outcome of it, and it was whoever can withstand it the longest. And this, I mean, he had to sink a 64-foot putt to now. You know, all he had to do was 2-putt to win. So that. But still, that's the argument that I think we all have together is you want the best product out there. Yeah. The same way you want the best product for a Super Bowl, the same way you want the best product for baseball.
Any sporting event.
With any sport. And to me, it was too hard. There's a difference between having a course like the Masters that is challenging, makes you, think more on certain shots, certain lies, but you still see good solid golf and good scores. Yeah. This to me, the course won. The course was...
Well, remember what your mom said, too. The guy that made this course has only made one course in his life.
Really?
This course. And he made it because he thought other courses were too easy. So he went and bought land in the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania and built this course all these years ago. And now today it's still one of the toughest courses.
Having a course in Pittsburgh is just very strange. Like a major course.
And then the weather affected every single day.
I mean, guys, we would go shoot 150 on that course.
Easy.
More than
that. So
if we even finish.
Yeah, it's just you want challenging courses because you want to challenge the best players in the world.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, you want the players to dictate who truly wins stuff in any sport. And in my opinion, the course dictated who won this tournament this past weekend.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I would punt Oakmont for majors. I keep it around because I think I do think you need courses like this throughout the year, just kind of like just to show that there really is that much of a gap between the average player and the pro players because even they're able to finish somewhat like near par.
Listen, majors are hard because of the competition too.
Yeah,
the best players in the world are always in those events. Yeah. So they're already hard, even on difficult courses. They just made this extra hard.
Well, and you could say it about like JJ Spawn. There's a reason why the reality of it, there's a reason why he's never won because his best golf hasn't been able to beat some of the other guys' best golf.
Yeah.
That's what golf is supposed to be. Not, hey, I just need to not suck because the course sucks and everyone else is having problems with it. And it comes down to the last hole where all I have to do is
don't suck.
And first player to even that though, over 40 on the front nine and win the tournament.
Had five fives in a row on Sunday to start his round off. If that's any other course with any other players with you're done. There's not even a chance. Yeah. So to me, that also just shows it's great. You're able to persevere. You're able to cap off with a win. Do you deserve it? Yes. Have you worked your ass off? Yes. That's not up for debate or for question. It's let the players decide. And we didn't let the players decide.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
That's what I think.
There you go.
Hell
That's it, guys.
That was